Tiffany here from Govro Accounting Tax Law Advisory $1 Million Year Program. We're out here helping entrepreneurs meet the best of their success, achieve their goals, and we have coaches in the program to help us do that. I've called Dan Moloney to come in today to have a chat with us. He's one of our finance investment coaches. Really helpful when breaking down information and kind of making it digestible and understandable. So Dan, first off, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you for having me.
Carving out some time to have
Great.
a chat.
Yeah.
First questions first. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? What do you like? What do you do?
Yeah. So Dan Moloney, obviously. I have a financial planning practice in town here. We help individuals out with their financial plans in terms of savings, protecting their families, building for their retirement, their goals, their dreams, their wishes, working with them and their families or corporations, no matter what works, and all different types. There's never two plans the same. And just helping people plan for tomorrow.
It can be a little scary to start those conversations, right? Especially if you haven't actually ever sat down with a financial planner.
Yep.
People are kind of shy, maybe a bit nervous, and it's nice to have such a comfortable person to be around to have those candid, honest conversations, because it really does set us up for success for life, right?
100%. And you know what? Growing up, I was often told I had the gift of the gab, if you will. But you know what? This business is not about me talking. It's about me listening, right? 2 ears, 1 mouth. So when it comes down to it, it's about A, being comfortable, like
Right.
you're saying, and B, having that ability to use that comfort to say, here's what I want to do. Here's what I have. Here's what I want. Here's how I can do it. And then I just put together a roadmap. I just move the pieces in the puzzle. You bring me the pieces.
Perfect. And that's what most of us need, right? I don't know how to I don't know what that looks like. That's just not my wheelhouse, which is why we pull in experts like you, especially not just for business and entrepreneurs, but for individuals, for life,
You got it.
itself.
You got it.
So why did you choose to coach for Govro?
So you know what? Bob and his team here are fantastic. Best in the industry, top of the class. And for me to be able to engage with those individuals and like-minded people within their programs, $1 Million Year is a great example. So to be able to engage with those people is a phenomenal experience. The people you get to meet, the relationships you get to make, and the ability to just know that something I say or some tool I can give or some piece of advice that I can give can help them. Great, fantastic.
I find that as well. There's like a different frequency here, right? Like
Very much, very
different
much. In a good way.
vibration.
In a good way.
In the perfect, in the right way, Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of that like goal getting, it's okay to be a little bit scared, but you're still ambitious.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of the Kool-Aid, right? So were you always like you're very helpful, you're super personable. Have you always been this way? Was there something specific that drove you to help entrepreneurs specifically?
It all comes down to more of a selfish need, I guess, where I also have my own business, right? So it's kind of looking at myself and my wife and our kids and how do we put all this together. I always say this beast I have is my 5th child. So it's kind of one of these things where it's the one that'll keep me up at night. It's the one that I got to think about probably more times than I should. But at the end of the day, I know how stressful it can be. I know there's constant balls up in the air. Someone the other night asked me what I do for a living, and I said I have a fire extinguisher, and I just put out constant fires, whether it's for myself or other people.
Right.
But I think maybe there's something I can do to help those people put out their fires, to help those people sleep better at night. And I mean, it's only one piece of their puzzle in terms of what I'm helping with. Business owners as a whole have millions of things every day they're dealing with. But if I can help this piece, down the road, life will be a lot easier for them.
Right.
So it'll give them peace of mind, comfort, and abilities down the road not to always have to put out fire. So for me, it's knowing that I can make a little bit of a difference. It's not all about the money sometimes. Some of it can be just insurance-wise, where you're able to put something in place to help someone not have to worry, fantastic. Or if they can save enough for that trip or that renovation or that house or car, terrific. I've done something to help them accomplish a goal.
Especially for the entrepreneurs in our program, to have somebody like you with financial planning background that's also an entrepreneur, to have that lens, it really makes you stand out to be different in the pool, and really kind of gives you quite the edge when it comes to having these conversations and navigating these pathways for entrepreneurs and individuals. So you're super knowledgeable. I know you could throw a lot of advice at us, but if you could throw me a life hack, a life tip right now, Dan Moloney, what do you want to tell us?
Save 10%. Save 10% of what you make. If you had to pin me down and say one thing to help you get where you're going to be, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you make, whether you work for a company 9 to 5, whether you own your own business, whether you're live a dividend off a corporation or whatever, save 10% of what you make.
Aim for 10%. I'm going to start doing that, Dan Moloney. Thank you, taking that with me. So if a celebrity were to endorse you, who's the celebrity and why?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Here, you put me on the spot. If I had to pick a celebrity, I'd pick Bob Govro. You know what? He's a big name around here, and he is basically the biggest celebrity we all know. So I'd pick him, and here's hoping I can get that endorsement.
That's right. Bob Govro, we're looking for your endorsement, sir. So if we could end the chat today, thank you so much for joining us for Coach's Corner, but we want to end on a quote. What's your favorite quote? What do you find inspirational? What drives you?
Yep.
What do you find sparks?
So this obviously relates back to what I do for people.
Love it.
Poor people plan for Saturday night. Rich people plan for 3 generations.
Ooh, excellent quote. Taking that
Not
with
that Saturday
us.
nights are bad.
No, nothing wrong with that, but we do need to plan.
Yeah.
Right? It's super important.
You got it.
So if you're in the MDY program, you get a complimentary wealth planning session with Dan Moloney. Highly, highly recommend you take him up on that. And if you want to talk to Dan about something else, we can connect you. Let me know. I'll send you a warm email. Thank you, Dan, for carving out time to have a chat with us today. This has been Coach's Corner, everyone. Have a great day.
Take care.